Welcome back to the Wilkey's Backyard Veggie Garden, and today we are going to cook and make up tomato relish. Very tasty, and the ingredients that we're growing in our backyard are tomatoes and also, as you can just see in there, some onions. So these are the brown onions that we grew in this bed here, and I've got my two great helpers today. Damon. Hello, Damon.
Hi.
And we got Jay over here.
Hello, Daddy.
Okay, now so what we're going to do, we're going to pick up these brown onions and we're going to put them in that tray, and then we'll pan over once that's done, and we will have a look at the tomatoes. We'll just zoom around here a bit, and just behind the boys there are our tomato bushes. We've had the net over there, and just to keep it away, because we get a lot of parrots here and they love tomatoes as much as we do. So
really?
We've protected them, and the boys are going to get in underneath and start collecting some tomatoes that we'll put in that basket just at the back there. Okay, we'll just come back in a minute. We've put the onions in the basket. Now we're going to proceed with picking the tomatoes. So boys, you start picking. Just get the right ones, nice and red.
Really red.
Yeah, we're not.
Look at that one.
Get them nice and red for the.
There's a nice red one here somewhere.
Yeah, that's it, boys, and put them in that basket behind Damon there. And we should be able to pick, you know, a few kilos and quite a few pounds of tomatoes. So
look at these
that's what we'll need. We need approximately 4 kilos of tomatoes to make what we want to make today.
Tomato relish.
Tomato relish, that's right. And it is delicious. See you soon.
Yeah.
Now we're back from the vegetable garden. We've brought up all our lovely produce that we've grown, and we're going to make tomato relish. So this is going to be great. We've got we've grown Big Boy and also San Marzano, and we're going to have the combination of those two tomatoes and brown onions that we've grown. They're the cream gold, and we have some organic apples, Fuji. We also have some curry powder. And we have some mustard seed that Jay here crushed.
I crushed started
and
doing the movie.
And we also have some cloves, which we'll put in this little tea strainer thing, because we don't actually want the cloves in there, but we want the nice flavour. And some brown vinegar. We'll see you in a little while once we get everything prepared, chopped up, ready for the cooking process. See you soon. We're back now. We've got all our ingredients prepared. Tomatoes, onions, apples, and our curry powder, mustard, and salt. We've got our 2 cups of vinegar. We're using 6 kilos of tomatoes, 1.5 kilos of onions, and we've got 5 chopped up apples, and we're using Fuji organic ones. So what we'll do is, Jay, you can put the onions in the pot here. We've already put one.
How do I put them in like this?
Yeah, just pour them all in, and that's a boy.
There's so many onions.
So we've already done 1 load of tomatoes in there. Yeah, get them out, Jay. That's a boy.
So
we
I'm
chuck
putting
all
the
that
onions in, Mummy.
and then we'll put the temperature on.
Just put this little bud in.
Onto about half. And what we need to then, we'll pulse up the rest of these tomatoes.
So that's the cream gold.
And Jay, you can also put in the apples, please.
And the apples.
Yep. We'll stir them up. So in a while we'll come back. And what we need to do, once we've got all our ingredients in, our wet ingredients, we won't put the dry ingredients in until later. Once we've cooked all of this wet stuff for 5 minutes with the lid on. Once we've done that, it's cooked for 5 minutes, then we'll add in our curry, our mustard, salt, and we'll cook for a further 60 minutes.
60?
60 minutes, and then we'll be ready for jarring. And it's the same process with pretty well anything. Sterilise your jars, fill them up, seal them straight away, and we'll actually store ours in the fridge. So we'll come back in a while once things are cooking, and you can we can have a look in there and see how everything's going. But just remember that about 6 kilos of tomatoes, 1.5 kilos of the onions, about 5 medium-size apples, and 2 cups of brown vinegar, 2 tablespoons of of the curry powder,
mustard seeds.
1 tablespoon of mustard seeds, and we've got 50 grams of salt.
50.
Okay, so that's about 2.5 tablespoons. Oh, and of course our cloves, and we've got about 8 cloves in here. Okay, so we'll be back in a little while. Thank you. Blending the tomatoes, I just like to use the pulse on the food processor, just to give it a good rough chop. Yeah. If you like, you can take the skins off. There's a lot of work, and really, you know, tomato skins aren't that bad. Beautiful. Make sure you use very ripe tomatoes when you do this. Okay, and I think it's pretty well right. Then we take the lid off.
Ready?
Pour that in.
Ready?
And then we will do the rest.
How long does it take to cook tomato relish?
About an hour, Jay. Okay, we've had our ingredients here boiling for about 10 minutes, and we're now ready to add in the dry stuff and plus the vinegar. We put the salt in plus our apples, tomato and onion. So Jay's going to put in the curry powder. Let's put the curry in. Curry powder. There's a little bit of chilli powder in there too. Put the mustard in, Jay.
It's spicy.
Put the mustard powder in.
Mustard seeds. Crushed up mustard seeds. I crushed them before I started this.
You did.
Before I started doing the movie.
Okay, now the brown vinegar. Put that in.
How come we went born like that?
Just to prompt you. Move the side, Jay,
that makes
so
it.
we can see. There we go. Now we'll also put in the little tea strainer thing here with the cloves in. Nice flavour. And what we'll do is just mix it in.
Can I put the cloves in?
Mix. It's already in, Jay. We mix this through. Now we cook this for an hour, and we turn it up just a smidgen, probably to about half. Because what we need to do, we need to evaporate a lot of this moisture. That's the water that's through there. Okay, and every now and again I'll come back and stir it. About every 10 minutes.
What happened to all those chunky bits in there, the apple and the onion?
They'll soften nicely, and we'll end up with beautiful
tomato
relish.
Yeah, homemade.
Homemade. Thanks again. That's the second lot of produce we've done. We did dill pickles last week, tomato relish this week, and I'm sure there'll be something coming soon. So, thank you for watching us, and all the best with yours. Okay, we decided to come back just to show you the end product of our tomato relish, and you can see a beautiful texture. Okay, so what we want to do, we actually cooked it for about 2 hours last night. We try and reduce to get a lot of the moisture out, because you want them about that consistency. Right, so that's all done. Our jars are sterilised. Now, Jay, do you want to just taste that, Jay?
Yeah.
Just tell me what it's like. It's always good to taste things before you. Oh, it's warm. You try it out. How does that taste?
Ooh, delicious.
That's good. I'll have a little taste too. Oh, well.
Try and have a bit more, but you can have the rest of it.
Oh yes. Beautiful.
Delicious.
So just keep with that
the
recipe.
Best tomato relish.
Good luck. Remember, really ripe tomatoes. Cook it up. Make sure you get the moisture reduced, and sterilise your jars as we've done here, and it's ready for bottling. So Jay, if you want to start, we'll start with this big jar. Just swap places. Hang on, I'll hold it over. And oh yes, that's all right. We can always wipe the outside of the jar after.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, and thank you very much for watching us, and look forward to seeing you again.
And it's a bit spicy because of the cloves and the curry powder.
Yep.
So, bye. See you later. See you next time we do a movie.